Hello, this is Christopher Morgan from ServiceNow. Earlier today, we had a question from the Aerospace Corporation on how to transfer data into ServiceNow via SOAP web service. So we went through the process fairly easily using a ServiceNow to ServiceNow integration, but the question came up on how to do it with an external web service tool. So since that time, I have been able to find a Mac compatible SOAP client. It's called Mac SOAP Client. It's available on code.google.com. This is open source and it's following the SOAP standard, so it really doesn't get more generic than this. This is going to be just a raw implementation of that SOAP web service integration. So if I come over to the Aerospace sandbox instance here and look at my incident list, which I will use as an example, you'll see that I have my top incident here has a short description of aerospace. Let's go over to the SOAP client, bring that over here, and let's just type in for the address here. Let me zoom in so you can see. I'm just going to type in the address to that sandbox. And I'm going to put the address to the incident public WSDL, or web services description language, right there. So hopefully you can see that. It is https aerospace-sand.service-now.com/incident.do $WSDL. And let's just parse that. Good. So I'm going to zoom back out. This has returned the WSDL. So what a WSDL is it's a description on the fields that are in this table and how I can write to this particular table, which in our case is the incident table. Now, you'll see that some of the fields here, most of the fields are out of the box, but if we come down, we're going to see the fields that we created this morning live on the fly in ServiceNow, such as the U Aerospace and the U SAP, the SAP stuff. So these were fields that we created to show those sensitive but unclassified areas. So this is updated. It's not like a WSDL from a point in time. I'm just going to go to short description, which will be the fastest, and I'm going to type in Hello Aerospace as a short description, and go over here and press the execute button. So let's do that. This has sent the web service. I'm going to look at the pre-request, or actually the raw response here, and it came back with 200. So 200 is the HTTP protocol for things are good, basically. And this is the pretty response that I got back. And let me just zoom in so you can see that. You see that it did echo back with a SysID, which is a ServiceNow unique identifier, and it echoed back with a number, INC0010010. And that's just the incident number. It's not a binary code for anything, although it looks like it. Back in the instance, let me refresh this list. And sure enough, that incident that we created via the web service has been brought over. So we have that number, INC0010010. SOAP guest was the caller, and Hello Aerospace is the short description. Now, I could have updated any of the fields in the incident form here, although I just chose short description because it's fast and easy. Now, we also had the question earlier on basically form validation. And I just wanted to highlight that property. So if I type in web services, it'll bring to the web services system property here. This is where I can establish some validation rules so that we don't get bad data via web service. So here I'm saying, just ignore it. I'm not going to go through and put ACLs for this SOAP user here, but this is where I would do that. And this is documentation on the wiki for additional information like that. Let's do the whole process again. Let me go back to the SOAP client. Just type in Hello Aerospace 2. So this will be a brand new incident. Pretty response again. You can see that this is the next incident number sequentially, which makes sense, and it's echoed back with my SysID. And both of these are in the proper SOAP envelope body format, standard. Back to the instance. Here is that incident right here. So hopefully that answers the questions that you had regarding integration with SOAP Web Services and a third-party tool. Again, this is Christopher Morgan from ServiceNow.